Okay, on this edition of Let's Explore This, if you want to even call this an actual edition, we are going to be touring Asheville 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene ravaged the area, and we're going to see what kind of damage and stuff it might have left behind. Some of the footage here was actually done prior because I have been on occasion working down there a little bit. So some of the footage is actually not taken exactly 2 weeks after, but a large part of this is going to be taken at this time, 2 weeks after the storm. So we're gonna walk around, see what's going on, and see what kind of damage was left behind, and things of that throughout this episode. Now, right here on Patton Avenue. Now, before I get into that, I will say this is not going to be scripted like most of my stuff. This is on the whim. It's like live, if you want to call it that. It is on a whim. So just keep that in mind. None of this is scripted. There's not much research done. It's basically going to be what I see, what happened and stuff like that. Now, here is Patton Avenue. I'm in the west part of Asheville, and Old Smoky Highway, Patton Avenue area. And we're going to basically be touring areas that I am very familiar with. And this is one of them. And I don't suspect too much damage from the storm over here, though I don't know, but I don't suspect anything here. But we're just going to ride down and see what's going on here at the west end. I'm going to avoid Haywood Road just because I know for a fact that you cannot use any of the bridges that cross the French Broad. So we're going to take this and then we're going to travel down off of Broadway. So basically take 26 to Hill Street. I'll probably do Hill Street. So this here is Patton Avenue. As I said, I don't suspect too much going on. A lot of places are closed. They have no running water in this area. We don't know when it's going to be back on, but right now they have no running water. So a lot of the restaurants are closed. I know there's a Chick-fil-A or two that are open, and it looks like some of the power has been restored. These lights and stuff here are working. I'm not sure about other areas, but yeah, let's just take this ride. We're going to walk around a little bit and see what actually what happened, and see how it is 2 weeks after the storm hit. Now, here I am at the other end of Patton Avenue, a little bit closer to downtown, but it's not the downtown stretch. We're still in the West Asheville portion of Patton Avenue. And as I suspected, there is not much in the way of any storm damage here. Not much flooding occurred over here. There might have been some localized stuff during the time when the storm hit. And there may have been some localized flooding. You know, some stores might have gotten some water inside. I don't know. There are a couple of like small creeks here and there. But I'm not certain. I don't see anything visible as of now, 2 weeks later. But I will admit that is not going to be the case everywhere. And so this area of Patton Avenue looks relatively fine in terms of like any kind of major damage. Basically a lot of the stores are closed, but as I've said, there's no running water. I'm not certain how the power is inside those stores or anything, but a lot of people just are not working here right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 26 to Hill Street and go down towards the Riverside area. And well, I'll just meet you there. I am now on Hill Street, heading towards Riverside. Already, you can see, this is where you're going to see a lot of devastation. Now, I do know that most of the roads around here are now open. And so Riverside Road is now open. Riverside Drive. It turns into Meadow Road up in the Biltmore area. So, as you can see, this is where you're going to start noticing, lots of storm damage. Right over here, where this bridge is, railroad tracks, plus you can see big bridge over there. You can see all the all the stuff over here. Now this building here seems to have escaped some major damage. Probably got problems, especially on the bottom level, but it seems to have stood. I mean, it's higher up and than most of these other structures that were here. This over here, what we're coming onto, it's called the River Arch District, and it's heartbreaking what the river did to this district. It's a historic district. It's been here back in the days when there were mill activity and stuff. A lot of these buildings go back to the 1800s, I think, like late 1800s, and some of them are just devastated. Like, you can see one coming up here, Cotton Mill Studio, right here. That building seems to have sustained a lot of damage, but might be salvageable. Then next to it, I don't know, man. That's pretty bad. I mean, I just don't think that, how can they salvage something like that? Then, sorry about the sun. It's going to be a little bit of a problem, but then we're moving on down here. I'm not going to go up into the River Arch District this way. The vast majority of all of this area has been devastated by the storm. Now you can look over here, right here, and see, you know, exactly some of the stuff it did going down here. So this is all of the River Arch District. There were breweries and art shops and all that kind of stuff located along this road, like right over here. I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know exactly what can be saved here. I sure hope that they can rebuild some of these structures. Being the historic district it is, I just don't know. It is bad here. And I don't think there was, I don't exactly remember what was in this large space, but over here coming on up is the Riverview Station, which my understanding is the river came almost to the roof. If you look closely, you'll be able to see the water line like below the roof of the building. It's just, you know, and then of course we're going to stop and look at this. There's a big cleft in the ground here. Well, is that crime scene tape? Like that yellow stuff they put on crime scenes? I mean, I don't know. That's what it looks like. Not sure. So I found this lighter. I wonder if it works. Don't look too good. Ooh, I can't even turn the little thing on top. Huh, that's no good. What in the world is this? It's like rocks in a cage. I mean, what is that? I mean, we can't clean this stuff up. It's too big. It won't fit in the trash bag. And I'm like, I don't even know why that's here. Rocks in a cage. And where did that come from? Not sure. So we're in Asheville, right? So why over here then do I see this? So there is this, I don't know if it's a wood or no electric lighting thing, but it says Pencell Rocky Mount. That's like 300 miles from here. Oh my God, there's a door here. Right here, there's a door. I wonder where that came from. I mean, I can't really put that in a trash bag. I wonder where that came from. I don't know. The door. Okay, if anybody knows what this is, leave a comment below. Leave a comment below. I mean, what is this? I mean, it looks like something you screw in like this and turn it. I mean, what is that? I've never seen a tool like that before. Oh well. This here is the Riverview Station. As you can see, it was severely damaged by the flood. I hope they can save a lot of these buildings. They're part of the River Arts Historic District. And then over here is a crater that was carved out by water. It's kind of hard to believe. That's deep. Man, I wonder how they're gonna, what they're gonna fill that in, or what they're gonna do here. I mean, that's almost like a crater. Wow. I think I figured out what these rocks and cages are for. There's a number of them over here. I think they were used to hold benches. It's actually not a bad idea because the wood on top of them looks like they were set aside here for benches. So over here there is a chair wrapped around, bracing for a telephone pole or electrical pole. That is indeed a chair. Looks like a recliner of some kind. Wrapped around, I don't know, a couple of feet above the sidewalk here. And over here, this river managed to, like, I mean, lift up pavement and just flip it over right here. Like, it just lifted it up, ripped it open, and flipped it over. Man. Okay, so has anyone out there ever seen a trifle container? Yeah, neither have I, but apparently that's what that is. I guess it holds, what are those? I don't know if those are jelly beans or those are like marbles. Bol Bagatelle trifle container. I mean, I haven't the faintest idea what that is. I don't even know where it came from. This river has deposited a few interesting items. I hate to say it, like trifle container. So yeah, it's just bad over here. I sure hope they can rebuild some of this. Losing the River Arts District, it would be a big blow to the city. This here is the French Broad River, responsible for decimating the River Arts District. Well, actually, I don't technically hold the river itself responsible. Who I hold responsible is Hurricane Helene. I don't think there's a river anywhere that could handle the amount of rainfall. We're talking 25 to 30 inches of rain that Helene dumped. There ain't a river that could handle that much, at least not without causing a catastrophic flood. Looking across the river, over there is the Riverside Park. That is now what it looks like. A park that I used to spend a lot of time in. I would sit down on picnic tables and stuff, edit some of my videos and stuff at that park. But now, it needs to be greatly repaired. I mean, it is a park, and I mean, parks are areas that could be set aside for rivers to spread out. You know, it's not as bad as losing businesses, but still, to decimate the park in the way that it did, the repairs are going to have to be probably very expensive. It's completely, almost completely obliterated. I mean, it's all covered with sediment. I think there is a building down there, if I can zoom into it, that is actually standing in the park. I think it's like right over there. That thing right there, I think that's like a gazebo. I can't tell if the actual restroom facilities are still there. They would be behind those trees, I think, over there. It looks like it's not standing. I don't know. You can't get over there. And if you want to know why you can't get over there, because the bridge up here is closed. Oh, wait a minute. Did they open it back up? Wow. It was closed last week. No, they opened it back up. You can actually cross it, so they got the bridge repaired. That's pretty good. They've actually got the bridge across the river repaired. It was not open last week. Now, can we get into the river park? Can we get into either one of these river parks? I used to use the French Broad River Park more than I use the one over here on this side. But let's see. Folks, this is what the river park looks like now. Those bathroom building over there is still there, but you can see that this place has been badly decimated. I don't know. I used to sit here a lot. They've got a lot of work to do here. As I said, it is a park, and it's not as bad as losing entire districts of buildings and businesses and stuff where people have lost everything. Parks can generally be somewhat more easily repaired, needs a lot more landscaping and stuff, but the damage to the buildings here, like that building has probably got damage, is going to take a lot of time to rebuild. All the trees down here, you can see the whole thing was just, all this needs to be repaired. The river walk over there probably destroyed. They had a nice park here, and since the road here is open, let's check the park across the river. I wonder how that one's doing, Carrier Park. This one is the one I used to hang out because they had a lot of picnic tables like right next to the river where I used to sit, and I did a lot of editing and stuff. But anyway, let's try Carrier Park and see what it looks like. I've always wondered about these. I mean, they probably have some damage, but these cabins here, these ones on stilts, look like they're not too bad, though I suspect some of them have damage to some degree. Wrong Way River Lodge and Cabins. Now, this is the park over here, Carrier Park. It's doesn't look as bad as the other one. Let's go down a little bit. So they don't have power here yet because this light is out. But this park here, let's see what happens over here. I don't think you can get in there. There's really no way to get in there. Yeah, there's damage here too. I really hope they get these parks open. Riverlink has done a lot of work trying to get the greenways and parks here on the river open. This one looks a little bit better than the French Broad River Park, a little bit better. Hopefully they can get these back up and running. But anyway, one other thing I want to show you. The old Citgo station here, all boarded up. That was open a few weeks ago. I know because I've gotten a drink in there a couple times, but that looks like it has suffered pretty extensive damage for all the windows to be boarded up. Not certain when that's going to open back up, if it will. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get back onto that end of Riverside, see if we can get into the Biltmore Village. Now, last week you could not get into the Biltmore Village. If not, I'm going to see if I can walk some of the area. I don't know, we'll have to see. Here we are on Meadow Road going towards Biltmore. Basically, Meadow and Riverside Road are the same. Now, this here is the factory area, and you can see there's a lot of cleaning up that has been done. You can tell by the road itself that, yes, there was major flooding here. Up here last week, this road was closed. You could not get into the Biltmore Village area. So let's see how it is today. Honestly, I think it's closed. The looks of that. It is. You still can't get into Biltmore Village, and believe me, I've seen pictures of it, and it's understandable. But we're going to see if we can walk it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Hospital Road over and see if you can drive Biltmore through or toward the village. It might be a bit easier to park in a couple of the areas past the hospital, not sure. But we're gonna give it a whirl and see what is going on over there. So, I'll see you on Biltmore Road, Biltmore Avenue. Okay, so once again, sorry about the sun, but yeah, this side of Biltmore by the hospital looks open. I'm not sure how it is down the hill when it approaches the Swananoa River. So, so we go straight, and we're gonna see just how far we can go, or where can we park, you know, that sort of thing. So, I'm not sure where they would have it closed. If they do, maybe you can actually go this way, I don't know. Maybe you just can't go Meadow Road. We'll have to see. So we go down here, down the hill, down towards the Swananoa River, down towards the Shell station. And it doesn't look closed over here. Trees down and stuff here though. So maybe we can drive through here. Okay. Can we? Yeah, we can. Wow. Alright, so we don't need to walk this. So let's see. So here's the buildings down here. Oh yes, you can't. You know what? We're gonna park here. Honestly, I'm not even sure you can walk in there. I'm preferably not going to go past the cop. So I don't think we may not even be able to walk through there. But we're going to go down there a little bit and see. But I don't think we're going to be able to walk through Biltmore area. I'm going to try to get down and see if we can take Swananoa River Road, or Thompson Avenue for that matter, on the other side. I'll go through the Kenilworth area and see, and go past the Asheville Mall in that area, which I want to see how that is anyway. But yeah, I don't think we're going to walk through here. And probably won't even let you in there. They're doing a lot of work down there. I don't want to get involved down there. We're just not going to go through there. They're still doing a lot of work here. 2 weeks after the storm hit, they're still doing a lot of work down there. You know what? It did look like they were letting people go in the other direction. Maybe we might be able to go that way on the way back. So, but we're gonna go through the Kenilworth area and take this up through the Asheville Mall region and see how that is. Where Tunnel Road and Swananoa River Road meet, I know was badly damaged. I'm not sure if they got that repaired. I doubt it, but you never know. We'll see when we get down there. But right now, I'm not going to show going through here. I don't think you're going to find a whole lot of damage up in the higher areas of Kenilworth or anything like that. I think these people probably made it through more or less with minimal damage. I'm not going to say nothing. You never know. There were a lot of trees down all over the place. And, you know, it was not just in the low reaches. I mean, it did hit the higher elevations. The Blue Ridge Parkway, for example, is not even open. So lots and lots of trees came down and damaged a lot of roads and houses and stuff. So it's just because you were in the higher reaches didn't mean you did not escape damage from this storm. It was widespread. And so, you know, I think though a lot of people in the higher elevations didn't have the same issues with flooding, but the winds were bad from my understanding. You know, I was in Swain County and we got very minimal damage. We did get some flooding. As I showed you in the earlier video, Bryson City was underwater, but it was all down the following day. And that's generally my home base. But Asheville, which is where I work, and I know this area inside and out, was actually devastated in many, in many areas were just devastated. And it's almost heartbreaking to think of all the people that lost everything and are gonna have to rebuild everything from this storm. But anyway, yeah, let's, I'm not gonna keep talking through all of this. So I'll meet you down towards the mall area. as I said, even in the higher elevations, a lot of trees came down. You can see that right there. A lot of trees and limbs are strewn around. So here we are on the upper reaches of Tunnel Road, and I don't suspect too much damage up here either. Most of these people probably got off, pretty good being up here. I don't suspect the mall got too much either, but we'll have to see. But we're heading our way down to the mall, which, Tunnel Road up here. You make the right, you go on South Tunnel Road, which goes down towards the Swananoa River. Now, we're going to go through the mall. I'm actually going to see what's going on here in the mall. I don't think it's open. I will say that much. Nope, you can't go that way. They've got that closed off. But they're doing a lot of work in the mall, I think. That might be where they're holding a lot of supplies and stuff. Just made the turn on South Tunnel. Now, the mall's over there, to the right over there, the Asheville Mall. And it looks like a lot of that is off limits. They got fences around it and stuff. I think they're using a lot of that for supplies and stuff like that for the recovery effort. Now, it's down past the mall that I want to know more about. Yeah, it looks like the mall's pretty fine. They're not letting anybody in there. It looks like they're pretty okay. Now, down here, yes, this is where the road is closed. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take a walk down any of this area. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get down there. I don't really want to walk in there either. There's cops and stuff down there, and they're still clearing out the road in that. Over in that direction, right over there, used to be a Mexican place called Ole Guacamole, like right next to the Goodwill building down there. I mean, I don't know how that's fared. I'm assuming probably destroyed, given the location. But I can't really get down there to see. There are some people getting through there, but I don't know if I want to, be going through there. So we're going to have to skip that. That whole area going down that way along Swananoa River Road, just imagine. It's probably all decimated. I don't know. But we're not done yet, folks. I think this is how people might be getting through some of these closed areas. They might be going through like the shopping centers and stuff, trying to find ways to get out of here or something. I don't know, but I know I saw that one car had to stop. Cops stopped him down there, probably trying to figure out a way out of the area. I don't know. But what we're going to do now, we're going to have to take a roundabout way to get there. I'm probably not going to show me getting there. But we're gonna have to take this roundabout way. I'll probably take Governor's View Road or something. I'm not sure. See what's open. I really don't even know. We want to check out to see what Walmart looks like. By the way, I'm talking about the Walmart on Bleachery. There are other Walmarts in Asheville, but the one on Bleachery is the one that reportedly sustained a lot of flooding because it's right on the floodplain of the Swananoa River. So we're going to see what it, and the stores around it for that matter, look like. Again, this area of tunnel, on my way to Walmart actually, I'm going to actually turn on Swananoa River Road, so we'll see where that can take us. See what parts of that are open and what parts are not. This part of Tunnel Road, though, I don't suspect too much, that much damage here. There might be downed trees and there might be some problems. It looks like some power is still out here. This light's not working. So you got to be really careful at these intersections. So power is still out throughout much of the city. That's 2 weeks after the storm, might I add, and they still do not have power or even water in some areas. So, as I said, we're going to take Swananoa Road down, see what's open. Later on, I'm going to travel Tunnel Road down. I suspect there could be problems further down Tunnel Road, probably around where Zaxby's is, that area, past that area, but I don't suspect too much you're going to find up here. I think most of these businesses and stuff probably got off pretty good, but we'll see. meet you over and when I turn onto Swananoa River Road. Wow, the Sonic building sustained damage. I think that's tree damage. The roof, it looks like a tree hit the roof and damaged that part of this restaurant there. Wow. Alright, so we're here, Swananoa River Road. Can we go this way? Can we go this way? It looks like we can. Okay. At least this part of it anyway. So I'm not sure where it's closed. Can you get into it towards the Walmart area? So, uh-oh. I think we have a closure. Road is closed. That's it. Almost the entire road. Oh no, that's yeah, almost the entire road. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. That guy did. He might live down there or something. I do not want to go down there. That road is closed. So all right, so we're gonna have to do a roundabout way to get to Walmart. I will see you at Walmart. I'm gonna have to go back around and go Fairview. I will see you at Walmart. We are now coming upon the area where Walmart is located, and yes, this area was flooded out. You can tell by all the sand and stuff on the road. However, is Walmart open? That's the question. Is Walmart open? There are cars in the parking lot. That's Kohl's. I'm looking for Walmart. Well, God. I mean, you can see they're still cleaning up over here. Alright, so here we are going here around this roundabout towards Walmart. We're checking it out. Wow. Folks, Walmart is not open. I mean, they've got a lot of cleaning up to do. A lot of cleaning up to do around here. This isn't Walmart, but it's the same area. Yep. I don't know. None of these stores are here actually open right now. Okay, there's Walmart for you. Now we have one more stop that I want to make, another area that I was fairly familiar with. Pretty good actually, because I used to go down there and hang out a little bit. They had like one of the best Dunkin' Donuts where you could just go inside the store and sit down. They had a lot of tables and stuff. One of the best areas where I could edit videos and stuff like that at times. So a lot of times I would do DoorDash up here too and do deliveries and whatnot. Yeah, we're gonna see how it is going down towards Swananoa here on Tunnel Road. Now I do suspect there's probably damage down towards that area. We'll have to see. I know there was definitely damage in Swananoa. I don't suspect too much stuff going on in this part of Tunnel Road, though I'm not going to say with any degree of certainty. There are some creeks and stuff around here and there, but and trees down everywhere. You know, like that Sonic building, a tree came down. So yeah, we'll have to see. They got power in this part of Asheville here, but as I said, none of the stores are really open. So some stores are open, like gas stations are open. Some convenience stores are open. You know, and stuff like that. Maybe an auto parts stores are open, but you know, a lot of the restaurants aren't because they do not have running water yet here in Asheville. So you kind of need that. Somehow some Chick-fil-A's are open. I've seen a couple of restaurants that are open. I don't know how they're pulling that off, but they are though. But nonetheless, let's take a trip down here, down further on Tunnel Road. Well, I can tell right away there was flooding here on this part of Tunnel Road. I can tell right away that there was definitely flooding here. There's a little creek right there that apparently came over. Look at it down there. I might go down there after I get back, take a look down. I think that's where the park is, the Swananoa River Park. But you can tell that river came over all the way out here. It's actually not all that far away either. If you go back in the woods back there, it's not too far. But it flooded this whole area. I mean, all these stores are boarded up. This one here is okay. But some of them back there were boarded up. Forget it. I don't think we're going to be able to go down where I want to go. Up here, the road is closed. Looks like that's out. I could go 40 down there. I might do that. But you know what? While I'm here, let's see if we can get by the Swannanoa River Park and see what it looks like. I think that's the road up here that I saw. I think that's it. I'm not entirely certain, but I think that's it. This road is definitely not too good. I can't, if that's the river, I don't know, that looks like a reservoir. I mean, everything. Well, I think you pass a plant before you get to the Swannanoa River Park. I don't exactly remember what kind of plant it is, like a factory that's on here. I don't even know if you're going to be able to get to the park. I mean, you can drive this road down here. You can go down here, but I don't know. Look at all the debris. Yeah, there it is. Sorry about the sun, but back there's the factory. Anchor Steam Power is the name of it. This is as far as we can go. Road is closed. You can't get into the park because the park, I think, is down there. Is this the river here, or is this just a creek? No, this is the river. You can see it right over there. It's right down there. That river did all this damage. Can you imagine that? It's not even that big of a river. It's not even that long of a river. What is this? Like 50 miles, I think? Something like that. I mean, it's got a nice park down there, but I don't know, man. One more stop before we call it quits here in our tour of Asheville post Helene. I'm not going down there towards Chimney Rock or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you can't even get over there. And that's actually a good 20 to 30 miles or so away from here. But I'm only covering the Asheville vicinity, nowhere else. Now, there is one more area that I want to cover. Now, you couldn't get there via Tunnel Road. So what I'm going to see is I'm going to take 40 up to the Swannanoa exit and see if we can get in that way. That would be our only other option, and it's a good 6, maybe 7 miles. So that would be our only other option to see if I can see that particular area. There's still a lot of places you cannot get into yet. We are now entering where 40 hits Swannanoa. So what we're looking for, the road down here is actually Tunnel Road. It's just at the other end of Tunnel Road, going towards Black Mountain. So over here, I want to see what kind of stuff we have over here. Now there's a Shell station right there. Here's the Popeyes. Now the Dunkin' is next to CVS. So let's go here and make this right. Yeah, there's the Dunkin' where I used to stay. Well, their building's okay. They got damage around it, but their building's okay. But they did get flooding here, a lot of flooding. They went all across the road here. Well, you know what it is? I wonder if you can get back by where the river is. It just stripped its banks clean. I seen it over there. There used to be trees over there. Like right over there. All the trees are gone from the riverbank. It is. It's right behind there. It's very close to here. You can hear it too over there. Now I'm going to go down a little bit, turn around and see. I mean, you can see where the river came over the road. I mean, this area was, I don't know, decimated in a way. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna go down a little ways. They're pretty much done touring Asheville. Pretty much. This is the town of Swannanoa. And you can see The articles I've read on it, they were not kidding. I mean, the damage here is bad. It's really bad. I'll go down a little ways and see. There's a Shell station I used to stop at. It's dusty here, like all the river sediment that dried up in the sun is like blowing all over the place. God, look at it. I can't show it on video because its trees are in the way, but like it looks like the things were just decimated over there. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get down to that Shell station. We're pretty much done. I do want to leave you with something that I found last week in Waynesville, and it's something that I'll show you and leave off the end of the video. To just realize that the power of water, it should never be underestimated. What this little creek did about a week ago, I guess. You see, you're going to find out today that the power of water should never be underestimated. You see, we're going to go exploring what this little creek did up this road during a flood that occurred just about a week prior to this episode. It is quite amazing. One thing I will say about this little creek is that it does have a kind of cute little waterfall right over here. However, look at what it did to the road right over here. Right over here. This is what that little creek did to this road. Carving it out. Right over here. And it's just a little creek. Right over there. So just a bit up the road, we come across here. They've got like road blockade cones up here. Let's see what happened up here. What did this creek do up here? Look over here. It dug out a lot of stuff over here. Look at all that it dug out. Wow. Go down here. Look at that. Right down there, it carved some of the road out. Yeah, you can see it. It's over there. I guess that is the little creek. That little creek did all of this. All of this. There it is, that little creek. It did all of this. Carved out like a little canyon here. Right on the side of the road. It took out like quite a bit of this road. You can see it took out like quite a bit of the road here. Made itself a bigger channel. Right over there, made itself a bigger channel. You can see like right over there. It made itself an entrenched channel. I don't think before the flooding, I don't think that creek was that wide. I think that was just even on this side of the road, it did a lot of all that rocks and stuff that it left over here. I mean, look at all that. Even over here, I mean, all of this. Look at all of the stuff this creek left over here. All of that was left here by that little creek coming down the mountainside. What about over here? There it is. There's that little creek. I bet the creek dug up this stuff too and they put it here because it was strewn around the lot here. This is the creek here. Yeah, it's a little bigger over here. I mean, it's a little bigger over here. Yes, all these rocks and dirt here, once strewn across this road, were all brought here by that creek over there. It's over there somewhere. Where is it? Where'd it go? I know it's over here somewhere. I mean, it's not over there, but it definitely carved out some channels over here. All those rocks, all of that was done by the rushing water down the mountain here. You can see some of the mud still on this road a little bit. All the debris that little creek left. I think it's coming up here. There it is over there, I think. Or is it? I think it's down there. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Somehow it got over here. There it is. We're not done yet. Just look what it did to the road over here. And I got to drive on it. However, just wait until you see what it did to the road up here. This is a bit unbelievable. Somehow this creek managed to carve canyons right into the middle of this road. I don't think you would want to take your car up here. All the way down. Carved out all that road over there. Made itself little channels. Wow, I think it took out a bridge or something that went over there. Wow. And what's up here? Like all this stuff was left here by the creek. Like, you can see it where it crossed the road from over there to over here. They got the tunnel. Creek passes through and goes down this way. I mean, how high did this creek become? I mean, I think it was over the road over here. I mean, it has rocks on the other side too. It definitely had to come over the road. But, pardon the sun, but over here is where it gets interesting, because if you look over there, that is where the creek formed a nice little gorge. I mean, I don't think it was that wide before the flood. I mean, this creek made its channel much bigger. Wow. That's hard to believe. And you can see down here, it left a lot of pile stuff here, but just right here, like, there was another bridge here that got washed out, you can see. So I don't know how these people can get over to their houses over here. That's kind of a shame. Like, how do you get over if there's no bridge here anymore? I mean, I guess, I mean, you can definitely get over there. I just walk over, but where do you park? This house must have been flooded or something. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about something like this. Like, I mean, the power of water is awesome, but definitely needs to be respected. I mean, for it to do something like that, forming deep gorges right here, taking out yards in the process of doing so, kind of amazing. And all of the stuff it left over here, these rocks and stuff come down off the mountainside, probably at one time were like all over the road here, and they're on that side too. So I mean, I don't know if I'd call that a natural barrier, like a natural barrier for the road, but I mean, I guess you could take these rocks and make nice pretty barriers along this road. Just that the people that got flooded back here, though, that's kind of a shame. Even over here, a little ways down from where I showed before, you can see what the creek did over here. Like washing out the road over here too. All the way down here, it washed out the road. Got these barriers here. And then made it more clefts, like it's carving itself a bigger channel, you know? If climate change starts bringing us far more rain than we can handle, you know, these rivers are just going to adapt. The creeks and rivers are just going to adapt. They're just going to widen their channels. And, you know, that's something we have to take into consideration, because if our yards and properties are in the way, you know, they're going to take over. So that's something to think about.